Hello and welcome to Outdoor Instructor Chat. My name is Niall from Instructor 101, and in this episode I was joined by Kyle from Impala on Trail. This is probably one of the most unconventional outdoor instructor chats that I'll probably ever do. Kyle is a good friend of mine and is probably one of the most charismatic people that I know, and that carries over to his style of instructing. So some of the things that we discuss is how he makes his sessions appear so engaging. We talk about his experience as a THRU hiker, where he's done over 10,000 plus miles on the trail, so loads of experience there, and how he unplugs. Other things we talk about are food, some of the strategies that he uses, and I start to think about how I can adopt these for my own personal ventures and potentially as a mountain leader as well. Let's get started. Actually, very quickly, should mention there are a few naughty words that are used in this, so if you're easily offended, then maybe skip to the next episode. Cheers.
The most absurd outdoor instructor chat. Here we go. Hello and welcome to Instructor 101 for outdoor instructors that want to make an even bigger impact on those that we work with. Today I'm joined by Kyle. He was kindly set up an air horn for this outdoor instructor
Ain't
chat.
a podcast if you don't have air horns, man.
So yeah, this is going to be the tone of this podcast, I think. I'm quite excited by. Kyle, also known as Impala on Trail. Kyle, do you want to take a moment to introduce yourself, tell the Instructor 101 community who you are, what it is that you do, what it is that you love, like, and yeah, take it from there.
Yeah, so my name's Kyle. I grew up on the East Coast, surfing, chilling out, stuff like that. Trained and worked as a graphic designer, also a youth worker, and then saw that the development of kids came more from the outdoor industry than it did the youth work. So I flipped it on its head, went into the outdoor industry, and then, started backpacking. I grew up semi-feral as well. So I always like camping and hiking and all that sort of stuff. And got into the outdoor industry, done a few big walks, and just, don't take life too serious, have fun. And I set up a YouTube and a social media thing called Impala on Trail, where I just share some of my experiences and tips and tricks and all that kind of stuff. Sounds like we're off on a date or something, man, doesn't it?
Mate, this is the best date ever. So obviously I know you from the outdoor instructor world. Obviously with all the other stuff, we'll make sure there's links in the description below to where to find you on the interwebs. But yeah, obviously I know from the outdoor instructor world, I've kind of scribbled down a few questions to one side. So like you are, and you've already proven like this, like that you're one of the most charismatic instructors that I've ever met. And it's great whenever I see you like interacting with groups or whoever that might be, or just even colleagues. It always just seems like a party all the time, and it's great. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's great to watch. It's great to be a part of. But like, what is like your secret sauce to doing this? Because I'm sure there's a lot of other outdoor instructors like who know you or don't, but they'd look on to watch you interacting with the group and go, "Wow, what is going on?" but also like, wow, that's a different another type of instructing. What's the secret sauce? Like, how do you make your sessions look as engaging or like this party that I've described?
Okay, Niall, thank you very much for stroking my ego there, lad. Basically, I can say naughty words on your podcast, can't I?
Yep.
The key is don't give a fuck, man. Like, so many people walk around like they think they're all that in a bag of chips. You ain't, man. We're all the same, you know. We've all learnt from experience, and we all have experiences to share, you know. So you see a lot of people, they got all the gear and they ain't got no idea, you know. You get this group of kids and they're coming to you to develop and to become better people. So what better way than just having a good time, you know? And as soon as you let down this barrier of, yeah, I've got experience, but I've got nothing to prove to you or anyone else, then instantly you've got that sort of level of trust and you can build a strong relationship quick, which I learned from in the youth service, you know, I was doing detached work. So I'd have to walk up to like large groups of teenagers on the street who are drinking and smoking pot.
Yeah.
And if you can't build a quick, strong relationship with kids like that, you need to figure it out quick. Do you know what I mean? Which I think I did. And I think that's what I've brought into the instructor world. And yeah, it kind of works, man. Like, everyone finds farts funny. So fart jokes, poo jokes, shit like that. Everyone loves it, you know? And if they don't, hey, they should go in a different group, you know?
I definitely agree with the whole letting your guard down. I completely get that. Not taking yourself too seriously. I think that breaks down so many barriers really quickly. Just letting know that, yeah, you're willing when appropriate to make a fool of yourself or make mistakes, because sometimes people associate making mistakes with appearing foolish. No, like that doesn't have to be the case. I just love it. I love it.
Humanizes you a little bit as well, you know, because a lot of kids, like, I know damn well when I was at school, if someone was coming to me like a teacher telling me what to do, I wouldn't be doing it, you know. Like, when I went on outdoor residential, I ended up standing next to the flagpole for like 50% of it, you know. Like, I didn't take part in a lot of activities because I was a cheeky chappy who didn't really give a monkeys. Whereas those are the ones that you want to sort of embrace and bring in and share. You know what? I used to be a bit like you too. So let's focus that energy somewhere else and then they'll succeed, you know. But a lot of people on their high and mighty, like, you in my group, we've got to be professional, we've got to do this, we've got to do that. No, man, just have fun. End of the day, these kids are paying to come to you, or adults or whatever, to have a good time. And if you're not having a good time yourself, how are they going to have one?
Yeah, so true. And I think that's a big part of the experience, isn't it? That's So you told this or taught about, okay, priorities, safety, enjoyment, learning in that order. Makes sense. But enjoyment, like, is so there's a reason why it's in that order, isn't it? Okay, yeah, you got to keep them safe. Cool. That goes without saying. The enjoyment factor, though, like, don't have that. Like, people aren't going to have a positive, like, memory of that experience. If we try to encourage people to get outside, then great, or repeat that experience, then they want to have a positive interpretation of that. Otherwise, it's just going to be like, yeah, they're just going to be put off by that.
It's better to have fun than be safe. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're a long time dead.
Better to be. I'm not entirely sure everyone would agree with that, but I get the sentiment.
Yeah, I don't, you know what I mean. Like, sometimes you have to take part in risky behaviour in order to have a good time.
The first person to have, like, an air horn in this, it's just everywhere. I love that. So I think just for the audience to know, like, as far as I'm aware, you don't normally carry an air horn with you when you're interacting with the groups.
No,
you might know. It's been a while since we've worked together.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I wish we could carry air horns, but I don't think management would appreciate that.
Probably not. The local environment. So with all this stuff, because we were talking about, see, how it can look. Does this ever play against you? You know, or has it ever been seen as a negative? Like, having, like, this really, like, it was like almost this wacky So I hope, yeah. How's that been received?
Yeah, like, I don't think I'd ever get promoted. Like, the structure at the current company I work at, I don't think I'd be able to make my way up the levels, because I think to do that, you have to be in this sort of like sensible, straight mentality almost. And that ain't me, do you know what I mean? Although I've got the skills in order to do that, and I've done it in the past, but I feel that isn't a way I'd be able to go, if that makes sense. But I don't give a monkeys, to be fair, man. I just want to have a good time, make a bit of money, and keep doing my hikes. You know, I'm not the thought of career progression as a life goal doesn't appeal to me whatsoever. I want to get more fulfilling, enriching sorts of fun.
Yeah,
but it's each to their own. You know, like some people, they need to have that authoritative sort of state in order to feel better. But to me, I quite like being a worker ant. I like being on the bottom. I like doing the dirty jobs. Just be nice if it gave a bit more buck, you know.
Well, yeah, that's what everyone wants, isn't it? Really, I don't think anyone with that.
Get paid more, work less.
Yes, that's the dream, isn't it? That is the dream. But no, I think it's just really interesting to hear your take on that, really. Cool. So see, that's the instructing part of your life. But you've clearly got loads of different experiences in lots of different things there. You've mentioned like the youth work sort of stuff that you've done before, creative design. More recently, you've been working on been promoting or looking at and talking about through hiking stuff that you've been doing or have done in the past, which for me, again, super inspiring. I love it.
Cheers, dude.
Like it's especially during this lockdown time when we're filming, like it's all about planning those new adventures and what I want to do, and like seeing those things definitely got me thinking a lot. So yeah, do you want to like tell us like some of your thoughts or some of your experiences about the through hiking stuff that you've done?
So I've got about 10,000 miles long distance backpacking.
That's so good. 10,000 miles plus.
Quite a good distance, man. Done the length of New Zealand, the Pacific Crest Trail, which is Mexico to Canada, the Appalachian Trail, about 1,000 miles on the CDT, but I had to quit that because the snow was like 300% over average. So it wasn't safe. So I came back, did this Pennine Way. I live in a place called Todmorden. So I hopped on that trail and went up to the top of Cape Wrath. Continuous loop of the Wainwrights, Pennine Way 2.7 times, loads of UK shit, man. But yeah, I've got an alright CV when it comes to walking, but it's not about the miles. It's more about the sense and the feeling you get out there, you know, because it's a special thing, you know. It's like you strip away all your wants and all you got is your needs, man. You know, it's like you got your bag, you got something to sleep under, something to sleep on, something to sleep in, change of clothes if you're lucky, bit of food, and you're just getting water from streams. You know, what more do you need? And it's just such a nice place to put yourself in. You know, all this rush. It's like we were talking about the structure of like going up and that. That doesn't do it for me. It's like it's nice just to strip it right back and just focus on nothing. You know, all you've got is this goal of I need to walk to that place, and every day you're striving towards this goal. And you can kind of take it into normal life in some respects, but no matter how sort of zen and whatever you want to call it you are, there's still, you're getting bombarded with advertisements, shops, people, noise, just crap everywhere. So it's really nice to have that time just to kick back, chill out, and not have air horns everywhere.
Not have air.
Yeah, sorry, man. But yeah, it's a beautiful thing, is hiking.
Yeah, there's a lot of beauty in the simplicity of it. I can't say I've done definitely not 10,000 miles worth of hiking. Probably close to 100.
It's better now, man.
It's a start. But there's definitely simplicity and an enjoyment about doing that. I did Hadrian's Wall.
Oh, cool, dude.
That was a great experience, and kind of it was just about, didn't really have to focus on different things. It was just more a case of, there's only one thing that I need to focus on, which is looking after myself, getting from A to B.
One foot in front of the other, man. That's all it is. You just one foot in front of the other, and slowly get to where you need to go, you know?
Yeah, and I really enjoyed that, and that, like I say, getting away from different things that are going on in your life. Like, lots of things are just striving for your attention for various different reasons, and that's understandable. But it's nice to be able to remove yourself from that every now and then as well.
Yeah, like, it's too much, man. And I think that's why there's so much like mental health issues and stuff like that at the moment, because we are massively bombarded. It's like, I'm guilty of it, man. I put out content on YouTube and Facebook and all this other crap. So potentially I could be having a detrimental effect on others by doing that. But at the same time, I feel like some of the stuff that's saying that could potentially add a bit of value to someone to help them get out and do this stuff. Because, you spend 2 weeks living in a tent in the back ass of nowhere, sorts you right out, man. You're forced to dance with your demons and put them in little boxes, which a lot of people, you don't have a chance to do.
Yeah. Or, don't make time for, or, I'm trying to think of, I feel like I had an experience not too long ago where, even as silly as it sounds, so, like, I use Facebook a lot. I think there's a time where I just ended up, just even by having to, instead of having like a direct like shortcut link on my phone, like having to like actually physically log in and use my password and all that sort of stuff, like just creating that extra friction or that barrier, it just like, it was nice to have that reduced a lot.
Yeah, I had to take 5 months off from all the socials, man, because it was just doing my head in, I don't even know why. I just had to, take 5 months off, hit reset, and then come back to it on my terms, I think I was just, got a bit of an obsessive personality, like I can get proper in stuff and get pretty addicted to stuff. So I just thought, step back and then just ease into it slow, man. And it's worked. I'm enjoying it now, and as if the addiction becomes real again, I'll just stop, It's one of those things.
Yeah, you're in control of it.
Yeah.
You can decide. Yeah, it's really cool. I think that's what I slightly going back to the instruction stuff temporarily. It's just like, I think that's one of the values of the sort of work that we do, is because sometimes it encourages that. It can encourage that removing those extra distractions, those extra pressures every now and then. So like, tell a group, say, we're not going to use our phones for the next few days, and like, for some that could cause anxiety. That could like
massively huge.
I think, oh my god, like that could be like the biggest part of the trip experience. It could be, but I hope it wasn't. But
it's
but
the thing that they're living through screens. A lot of people now. It's like, that's the worst thing. It's like they're having this second-hand experience by watching the stuff on screens, and it's kind of, it's not good, man. Like, it's that balance thing. I really worry about the kids who are like being born now, who have been brought up in this screen generation, on what are they going to become, and who knows. Just have to wait and see.
It is. It's. I mean, this is something that I've had a debate with Ben, with Summit and Beyond. because I think for a long time we've like demonized technology, but then before that, so we're demonized the phones, and then before that it was TVs. Before that, people used to demonize books.
Yeah, I think it is just fear of the unknown, isn't it? You know, it's like being the generation that grew up without. It's like, oh, I don't know, but I definitely think a lot of people do suffer because of them. But anyway, different topic, different thing. But yeah.
Going to I wanted to ask about a particular aspect of your THRU hiking experience, because and this could be helpful for those that are teaching Duke of Edinburgh stuff, or like helping people get out and do like an expedition. It's about food. So me, because I've started thinking about doing more trekking. I want to think about lightweight foods, or how you sustain yourself. So because there are options out there. I'd see if there's a variety of different options. So you can get like the dehydrated like ration pack things, or you could do or just live off super noodles. Like when I first started off doing Duke of Edinburgh awards, I was happy. I had my super noodles.
Yeah.
Other noodles are available, but that's what I had every time, and that was it. And I was like, it gets boring after a while. So I was just interested to hear your take on eating on the trail.
Okay, so there's a couple of fundamentals. The first one is you want to try and get 440 calories per 100 grams. That is optimum, you know. It's like you could eat just straight up coconut fat if you wanted, but that ain't healthy. So if you aim for 440 calories per 100 grams, then you can make sure that every kilo within your pack is 4,400 calories, you know. So that's enough to sustain. But depending on the length of the trip, there's different techniques you can use to carry less. So personally, I'm I practice ultralight backpacking. So I have quite a small pack, not a lot of weight in it. But the weight quickly adds up with the more food you bang in it, yeah? So I like to do something called belly carrying. So before a trip, go to a cafe, eat as much food as you can eat, dude, man. I'm talking get yourself 2 breakfasts, bro, and just stuff yourself. And then you can walk all day, man. Maybe have a Snickers for tea, you know, go to sleep and then wake up the next day. And instantly you've already saved a kilo out your pack, you know. So that's one technique. And food-wise, a lot of people buy these overpriced, overly promoted dehydrated meals or meals ready to eat for 10 quid a pop. I can live on 2 days for the price of one of them. It's disgusting. And the thing is as well, they actively promote through Instagram and stuff like that, by giving people these meals to be like, oh, I'm off on a backpacking trip, look what I'm eating. But they're just full of they're full of crap, and they're expensive. Don't even bother. Just go to Tesco's or Morrison's or Lidl or your corner shop, and you can get what you need in there. You know, carrots are good to pack, avocado, spring onions. You say super noodles. They're crap on their own, but if you get super noodles, a spring onion and a carrot, bite and spit it all together, give it a good mix. You can cook it, or you can just add cold water and let it naturally soak. And then add a load of peanut butter. It's like pad thai, and it's real high in fat, and you're not getting good nutrients from the super noodles, but you've supremely pimped them bad boys up to give you maximum value, you know? So it's just having a look. Nuts, seeds, anything that's high in fat is what you want. And a multivitamin a day keeps the doctor away. Yeah, I think that's about it, man. You could go into a whole world of backpacking food, and there's dehydrating your own too. That's good fun. So you can pick up a cheap dehydrator for 15 quid. You can dehydrate hummus. Who doesn't like hummus, man? You know, dehydrate it. It looks like heroin, man. It's just like a powder in a little baggie. You just pour a bit of water and give it a little squabbly, and then you can just dip in some celery sticks or carrots or whatnot. But Just don't get pulled by the 5-0, you know.
Trying to explain that you've got dehydrated hummus could be.
It's not heroin.
Yeah. Yeah, great. You know what? I hadn't thought. You know what? I hadn't thought about what did you say? Just eating a massive breakfast. You gave that example. Not directly, but I've definitely thought of one of the things I did when I started like going off mountain hiking or working towards like a mountain leader. Was just making sure that before I even set off, before I left the house that day, I drank a pint of water without fail.
Yeah.
Every time. And obviously there's loads of benefits for that, wakes you up and all of the sort of benefits like that. But it just meant that I didn't have to carry as much water. I wasn't as thirsty later on in the day if I hadn't have done that. Yeah, I just remember picking up that tip and it's like amazing. In fact, it's probably something I should do just for when I'm.
Oh, it's good, man. Yeah, you should do it. We call it cameling up on the trail. So every time you get to a water source, you chug a litre, you pack a litre, and then you keep sipping that. And then when you get to the next water source, you chug a whole one and carry one. So instead of having to carry 2 litres, carry one, you know. And as I said about the bellying up, the belly carries on food works really good. But a lot of the times on the big trails, the town's always down in a hill. So you're down there, you're eating like 6-7 burgers, just trying to fill up. And then you've got this massive bloody climb coming out of town. It's always funny. You can see all the long distance hikers like trying not to puke walking up these big hills. Miserable as hell, but it's worth it.
Well, it pays off. It's
man.
Clearly, no, is it an investment? Maybe. I don't know.
Well, it is if you don't puke, man. If you puke, you've just sold out, haven't you? Like you've lost.
Awesome. Mate, shall we move on to some quick fire-ish questions?
Let's do it.
Done. Okay, so favourite bit of gear or equipment?
Favourite bit of gear? Well, the thing is, the way my pack's set up, everything works in unison, so I can't just have one piece. I'd have to have the whole package, you know? But that's a bit of a cop-out, so I'd say my Patagonia Strider Pro shorts with a 5-inch inseam. They're pretty nice. They've got like a little built-in bum bag. I cut the liner out because after about 3-4 days of wearing them, it smells like hamsters. Yeah, they're a good piece of gear. Or, since we're talking about food, the Tokes Titanium long-handled spoon with the polished bowl and the orange carry sheath. That's a really good piece of gear too.
Okay, cool. I'll have to check that one out. I'm not too. Next question. Favorite outdoor space to be?
Everywhere's nice, man. As long as you're outside and you're not in a city, then you're in a good place. But I'd say anywhere north of Torridon, so northwest Scotland. That's the place to be, man. It's rugged, it's remote, not a lot of people, and the people that you do see there are super chill and real friendly. So, yeah, northwest Scotlandy sort of area. But then also, if you go into the States, I really like sort of Washington, Pacific Northwest, and then New Zealand, sort of like the rich. There's so many beautiful places, man. But yeah, for the UK, northwest Scotland. End of.
I definitely need to visit the northwest. Well, just Scotland in general, man. There's just so much to see.
Man, Scotland's a backpacker's wet dream, man. There's just you can go wherever you want, do whatever you want. People are real friendly, and yeah, it's a nice place to be.
Amazing, great. Next question. So, a good instructor always has to fill in the blank. So, what does a good instructor always have?
A good instructor always has a sense of humour, man, because if you're not up for having a laugh, you're just going to be a boring turd, aren't you?
So there's so much truth to this, though, isn't there? There's so much truth about like having a good sense of humor, like because it will get you out of so many like horrendous.
Well, you can when a session's broken or something's not working, or a kid's about to corpse it. If you're like, ooh, you're just going to panic them out and panic stress out. But if you just laugh it off and make it to be fun, then they don't see the danger. No one else sees the danger, and you can just blag your way through it almost. But it's like everyone's worked with that person who is just a complete no emotion. It's like, I think you might be in the wrong industry, mate. You know, it just doesn't work. Like the kids don't vibe off it. The other staff don't vibe off it. And it's weird, man. So yeah, sense of humor is 100% necessity.
Nice. Yeah, completely get that. If you weren't doing the job that you're doing, so doing the outdoor instructing stuff, what would you be doing instead? So if you weren't an outdoor instructor, what would you be?
Anything, man. Like I said earlier on, it's a job, you know. The career development, don't do it for me, man. I'm all about getting my kicks elsewhere. So if it pays money, I'd do that. I've got a side hustle as a massage therapist, so I'll probably do that. And if I was really skint, I'd offer the old happy endings to make a bit of extra buck. Are you interested?
What has just happened?
I wasn't offering you a hand job, by the way. I was just saying, like, I just thought I'd point that out, man. I don't want a little knock on the door.
Oh, that's another conversation, another phone call.
Yeah, sorry. This is Instructor podcast.
Not another type of podcast. Is that even a thing? Don't answer that. I don't want to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think that's a fair point. You know, even just going into the whole, just do whatever is necessary. I think that's, probably an answer that not many people would say, but probably think.
Well, it's like I worked at Starbucks, Niall, man. That was one of the coolest jobs I've ever had, and I think the reason it was because everyone in there knew that this is a place where it doesn't really matter, you know, like people look down on that sort of job. It's like supermarket works at the moment, man. You know, everyone thought, oh, you work in a supermarket. Now they're like bloody heroes, you know. It's just, it don't matter what you do, as long as you're doing something to contribute a bit to society, make some money, and go off and have your own fun. You know, as long as you're not hurting anyone, it's all good. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Brilliant. Awesome, man. All right, I'm gonna try see if this question throws you off. I don't know. Favorite trail? You listed off at the start there.
Are we talking UK or are we talking worldwide?
Worldwide.
Worldwide.
So let's cast the net wide.
Okay. If I had to redo a trail, it'd probably be the Appalachian Trail, man. It don't get a lot of love. Everyone says, oh, you don't see anything. It's always in the woods. But it's amazing, man. There's like the whole community around it and the trail magic and all that is just, it's just bliss, man. It's like I zoomed through it pretty sharpish, and I'd probably do the same, but I went north last time. I go south next time, I think. But yeah, Appalachian's cool. UK, I'd say either Pennine Way or Cleveland Way.
Awesome, dude. Thank you so much for
no worries, man.
This chat, man. Like, really, really enjoyed it. It's easily one of the most outrageous podcasts or chats that are done, and that's brilliant. But I think there's loads of other useful stuff in there as well, man. So thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure.
No, it's been a good crack, man. Nice chatting to you, and thank you very much for sending me them nudes as well, man. Sweet. I think you definitely need to get yourself an air horn for your next podcast, man, because it makes it more fun.
I'll consider it. I don't know how it's going to go down with some people. Just as an absolute disclaimer, because some people will listen to this as a podcast, I feel I have to say I did not send Kyle any nudes. That's not a thing. That aside, for everyone that's been watching or listening, thank you so much for taking the time. Thank you very much to Kyle as well. I'll make sure there's loads of links to where to find him on the internet in the comments section. Make sure to show him some love as well on YouTube. He's got a really, really good channel. Super interesting. It's been really inspiring. And wacky, but probably quite an inspirational guide for me. So make sure to like, share, and subscribe with other outdoor instructors. Other than that, thank you very much for watching. Kyle, do you want to use your send off, which I love so much, on your YouTube channel?
Peace, love, and happy trials.
Wow, so that was Kyle's. That was a full-on episode. Very different from ones that we normally do, but definitely worth listening to and sharing with other outdoor instructors. In the next episode of Outdoor Instructor Chat, I'm joined by Ant Barrett, who is based over in Hong Kong. We talk about his experiences writing and designing programs for outdoor students. We talk about consequential learning. We talk about mentors and worthy rivals, and how that has impacted on him, or who has impacted on him. Not forgetting those quick-fire-ish questions. Other than that, thank you so much again for watching, folks, and until next time, take care.